going on, everybody? Welcome back. I am your host, MD. And if you dislike people who pours their cereal before milk, go ahead and join our Discord community, because that is one of the fine pillars that we uphold in our community. And we would be honored to have another member, another believer. The link will be in the description if you choose to do so. Also, if you like the crypto content that you have consumed thus far, go ahead and leave a like, a subscribe, and also click the bell so you can know every time I come on the net. Today I have a special announcement. I will be hosting a giveaway that will commence on the 10th of December. All you have to do to be an eligible participant is head over to the rules section of our Discord community server. Follow steps 1 through 4 and like the most recent video that I put out. And you will be entered to have a chance to win a Ledger Nano X. I will be using my affiliate relationship to conduct this giveaway. And the reason why I'm doing this is because the Ledger wallet is combined with the Ledger Live app on your phone, and they also have a desktop application, so you could manage your crypto and your private keys anywhere you are. Not only do they have hardware wallets with industry-leading security, they also have 1,800 crypto assets you can have access to. You can buy, you can sell, you can swap and exchange your crypto all on one platform while maintaining your private keys, which is a green check mark for me. Now, some of you may ask, why am I doing this? One, to give those who support the channel, a small growing channel, the opportunity to continue to support me. And two, we are quickly approaching a crypto biased event on January 3rd, Proof of Keys Day. And this year, we look to continue this tradition by withdrawing our funds from exchanges and third parties on the 3rd of January to claim ownership of our property, which is the pillar that the Bitcoin white paper was founded upon: owning your crypto, owning your keys, and not depending on third-party services to custody those for you. To keep them honest and true, we withdraw our funds on the 3rd of January to ensure that the exchanges are saying they hold as much crypto as they say they do. Now, I really like this event. It's really cheesy, but it gives us an opportunity to apply checks and balances to those third-party custody services. This is something we cannot do in traditional finance. We would probably face some kind of police enforcement retaliation if we try to go to our banks either physically or just get denied if you digitally try to withdraw all of our money at the same time from a traditional bank. And those are the reasons why I want to do the giveaway, to give you guys the opportunity to participate in such a healthy event. And that is all. Once again, if you guys want to know how to be eligible to participate, go ahead and like the most recent video, subscribe, join our Discord community, follow steps 1 through 4, and you will be entered to win a Ledger Nano X. Now let's get to today's topic. Now, in today's crypto environment, we see a lot of hype coins, going to the moon, where's the Lambo, count that money, and all of the above. This is why I wanted to create the video today. If you have not seen the thumbnail or the topic sentence, I'm going to be showing you how to vet, how to interrogate, investigate, and prove to the best of your ability that a crypto project or a DeFi launch is true. With all of that being said, when you create a certain amount of hype and a lot of people fear missing out on the potential gains that others are getting, which is, it's quite enticing. I'm not going to lie. There have been a few projects that I've seen and it's like, whew, I wish. So I see, especially coming from 2017 when we had the euphoric moments of all of the cryptos going parabolic and absolutely insane, rather than owning a couple Satoshis of Bitcoin or a percentage less than 1 Ether, people would rather have millions of smaller coins. And it kind of, fulfills that sentiment of, okay, I have a million of this, I have a million of that, compared to 1,500 Satoshis, 30,000 Satoshis. And that's kind of the wrong way of going about things. It's better to invest in something that is well established, which Ethereum, Bitcoin, mainly the top 10 have done so. They have created numerous partnerships that have legitimized the crypto space. And I applaud them for that, because that is something we have all been waiting for in the crypto space if you have been here for a long time. So before I get into this article that you see on the screen, I'm just going to give you a few questions that you would like to ask crypto projects if you were looking at a new project, or a mindset you would like to get in before researching a project. So what problem is the tech trying to solve? And how does the solution differ from the competition? So in a few tabs, you'll see about how there have been copycat coins. But in the previous videos that I have done, any coin that I have showed you, I look at the tech, I look at the white paper, and I look at the people. There are a couple things that I go a bit deeper on when it comes to researching a coin for my own personal expense. Before I drop a significant amount of money into a good project, I definitely go into the weeds to see what they are about. And by looking at the problems that they are trying to solve, you can see if it is actually practical. Some scammers will not even take the time to make sure that their story is bulletproof or makes sense. Like, let's say if you have a team that says they're selling Bluetooth drive shafts. If you know anything about a vehicle, you know that a transmission needs to connect to an engine physically. There is no Bluetooth over-the-air connection that will spin an engine for you and make your car move. The next prong or next question you would like to ask is, who is the team and what vibe do they give off? If they are spouting things that only attract money and not really talk about the partnerships that they are trying to achieve, or do not present a roadmap for you to actually follow the team's progress, I would stay away until they become legitimized. One thing that I've seen from the most recent scam, the SQUID token, is that the team only specified that you need to buy the coin, and there was really no plan behind it. And if anybody read the white paper, you would know or see that there was some grammatical errors in there, which is really unfortunate. I heard that it was pretty hard to find their white paper and actual website. So if you follow these steps, it's not a guaranteed 100% I'm going to find the scam, but it will definitely help you find some red flags before a token is launched. And when it comes to finding the team and finding who they are, usually the teams are providing their code that they use or their repository of open source codes on GitHub or something like that, maybe Telegram or their Discord, which you could typically find on CoinMarketCap, and we'll get there in a bit. You can also find their team profiles on LinkedIn if they have a link to that. The next mindset you would like to be in for researching a crypto project is following the basic rule of thumb. If they're cocky, talking about big money, big cars, big gains, it should not be for you. If this project is so new, they should really be focusing on what is their goal? What are they trying to achieve? So if they're trying to achieve some DEX and they have an IDO, which is an initial decentralized exchange offering, then they should only be worrying about solidifying their plan to make sure that the exchange that they launch is stable to onboard all of the members that they plan on having. That should be another big red flag if you have a new project talking big game. The next prong or next question you should use is make cautious skepticism your default mindset. So not to be the contrarian, always asking the hardest questions because you don't believe it, but just be cautious. Make sure you find all of the good things about them and all of the reasons why they would make a good project before you dump a significant amount of money. And just to be clear, I know some people like the quick gains, they like the quick turnaround, and that's completely fine. If this video is not for you, go ahead and do a 360 no scope and back out of the video. That is completely fine. This video is for those who would like to know how to vet projects efficiently in the best way possible. I will also be providing some tools for you to do so. The next prong mindset you should follow is do not become overly pessimistic or develop analysis paralysis. And all this is saying is yes, there are some projects that have become legit most recently, like Shiba Inu, that may have not seemed so promising maybe before. And if you approach all of these projects with the mindset that they're scams first or it's sketchy and it will never become legit, then you will maybe count yourself out and lose out on potential gains. So always being aware that a crypto project can run into a significant amount of money and finally know what the next step is can also be beneficial for you. Because if you follow a project closely, all of them should have at least somewhere that they post their most recent achievements, updates, and or roadmap that you can follow. And that is it. All you have to do is follow these steps, these tips, and any other steps you get from anyone else, because this is not the know all be all one and done type of deal here. There are many ways to vet and point out scams in the crypto space, and I am just here to provide one of those tips. So once you bring it all together, you know what problem the tech is trying to solve by reading the white paper, as I did for the VRA project. That is the first thing I did when I went through and pointed out how legit their application is. I proceeded to purchase a good quantity that made me happy. Once you know who the team is and what vibe they give off, if it is very humbling, very conservative, those are good things. Cocky developers, remember, red flag. Be cautious when you approach these projects, but do not get analysis paralysis. Do not say everyone's a scam. Just be cautious. Now that we can get into this article here that you see on the screen, SushiSwap creator returns $14 million, and this was all $14 million in Ether when this decentralized exchange first launched after community cries exit scam. So it was basically the same thing as the SQUIDGAME token that turned out to be a complete rug pull. And once the creator of SushiSwap made enough money, he thought that that was his fair share and disappeared from the scene immediately. And just because the people actually knew who his name was, they had a link to all of his verified and local personal identifiable information, he then returned the money. And I'm not sure if it was just because they knew who he was, he returned the money, or he actually felt bad. Down here it said, I've returned all 14 million worth of Ether back to the treasury, and I will let the community decide how much I deserve as the original creator of SushiSwap in any currency with any lockup schedule you wish. And that's another thing you should pay attention to, is how do they delegate these coins? If any of you guys are familiar with Ripple, they have a system where their coins are locked up. I forgot what the name is called. I will put it in the description after this. But a certain amount of XRP is released every month, which is in complete control of that protocol, and it's not in control of the company behind the XRP token, which was a trust factor that they had set up between the company and the community to gain maximum trust between them and their investors. And that was what they agreed on, which is a pretty neat trade-off if you ask me. All right, now let's get into the weeds of where do you find all of this information. So this website is CoinMarketCap. I chose the token PancakeSwap just as an example, so nothing against them. I'm just using them for a visual aid. So here you can see their official website. This is where you would find it. CoinMarketCap, CoinCodex, CoinGecko should also have this kind of setup where they would have all of the verified links of the project, so you can use that to your advantage. Here is the contract that they run on. You can see it is Binance Smart Chain, and this is what you would plug into BSC Scan to tell if a project is legit or not. Usually the Binance Smart Chain Scan will have additional information as to how many holders they have, official total supply, and how the percentage is broken down due to the token distribution. The next tool you can use is Nomics. So here you can see they have a list of dead coins, and you can see VeChain here. VeChain, VET, the ticker, used to have a copycat, and this coin died a long time ago. And you can see that the price was updated as of 2018. Never been heard of again, but this is where coins go to die. So if you ever see a copycat, you can come here, make sure it is a dead coin, or if it comes back alive, you can see that, hey, it's a scam.
And you seriously don't see how that's a slippery slope.
So if any of you guys want to know these URLs, here's the URL up here. Always make sure it has the HTTPS and it has valid certificates up in the upper left corner. And that is all for this one. The next tool you can use is BSC Scan. So as you can see, I put PancakeSwap in here, and I told you you guys can see how many holders they have. You can see the tokenomics of the total supply, how many holders, the amount of transfers. You can see their legit social profiles and official websites. So if there's a project that has launched and it does not have any of these, I would stay away from it. Before you launch, you should always have the infrastructure built. And if there's any project that tries to go out there and does do it in the reverse, highly skeptical. The next tool you can use is RugDoc, and this is a site you can use to tell if a project has been audited. And usually if you type in a project, it will show who it was audited by, and Paladin is a usual that you will see, and also if they have KYC, which is know your customer, so your personal identifiable information would go there. And the last one is bscheck.eu. Basically the same thing as the BSC Smart Scan. I use PancakeSwap again, and I believe the only reason why it's a warning is because they do some sketchy stuff sometimes, like list SQUIDGAME token. But other than that, you can see the tokenomics here as well. Burn tokens, total supply, how many holders they have. You can see the token owner via their smart contract. You can see LP info, the developer's wallet info, and also the top holders. And that is basically it. These are all of the tools you can use. If I moved a bit too fast, just go ahead and pause the video and use that to your advantage. If there's anything I covered that you have additional questions on, just go ahead and leave a comment down below and I will get to it as soon as possible. I typically monitor these things every day. If you found this information helpful, go ahead and share it with a friend, share it with a family member. Once again, I thank you for listening. I do much appreciate you for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one.